Please subscribe and thumbs up. Thank you.
Abstractly, definition in a general way and not based on particular examples. And this is from the Cambridge Dictionary. I'm not going to read each of the dictionaries, but they're in there if you want to look.
In the business setting, the project was presented abstractly to him for him to figure out the detail on his own.
Okay. In daily life, she wanted to paint abstractly, only using colors and shapes to symbolize her feelings. And those are kind of what they refer to as modern art. It's not something that you can define a person or a place or a thing. It's in the abstract. It's shapes and colors. And it's supposed to give you a feeling.
Yeah, so Pat, if I look at the reflection of the circles, the light in your glasses, that look like abstract art.
You're right, that is abstract. Maybe I should go my glasses down a little bit. Is that
Yeah.
better?
So
Okay.
in a business setting, many times you're given a project, very abstract project. Many times they are just a concept. And we always talk about what's the difference between the A player and a leader. The leaders can figure out things. Leaders can define the project. Leaders can take the abstract project and fill with the detail and get people rally around him or her and get moving forward. So for this project was presented abstractly to him, although that's the case. But for him, if he is a true leader, he will figure out the detail on his own.
That's right. And businesses are paying you to think. They're paying you for your skills and your knowledge and so forth. They aren't going to give you every little thing to do. They do that if that is a worker who doesn't know how to do all of these things. Maybe a blue collar worker where they have to have everything spelled out and it has to be in a certain order. But to plan things and to design things and an inventor, they start with an abstract and go from there.
Yes, moving forward, when technology is taking over many detailed works in our life, when the digital transformation starts, many of the transformations started from a very abstract concept. And we are usually given projects or transformation ideas abstractly. And then if we are equipped with the technology, we understand the business usage and we can fill in the detail with our imagination, with our technical detail, and we can charge forward. And to realize that the digital transformation vision, which was presented to us very abstractly, we fill with the flesh, we fill with the meat, we fill with the detail, and we make it a life project.
Right.
So in the daily life, Pat, except the abstract kind of art, what else do we use abstractly a lot?
It isn't used as much in daily life as it is in business.
Mhm.
But it's basically the same thing. You start with an idea and then you add to it. You build it up, you design it. Well, you may say like I want to build a house. I want to build a house and yeah, I know I want to have 3 bedrooms and an office and living room and that kind of stuff. And then you fill in all the details of what you really want in that
Mhm.
to
Yeah,
make that your own. And that's what I did with my house.
yes, almost like a blueprint.
That's right.
You
And
build the
really, an abstract is referred to, that is another term, is blueprint in abstract.
I see. And then when we go to, well, our kids went to elementary school, the first abstract concept is really the number, math, mathematics, all this relate to the numbers were the first few abstract concepts for kids to master, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, great. This is our word abstractly. When we use at a business, try to use abstractly and also in exchange for blueprint. And also people would use conceptually.
Yes, yes, that's a good point.
Yeah, conceptually, as well as imaginative. That could be abstractly.
Yes.
Mhm. And when we are doing project, sometimes we have to get out of the detail. So what we do is we distill the abstracts and concepts from mundane detail and got
Mhm.
out of that. And then we can have a project because when we design the project, we usually take the abstract out of the regular business life or regular life and we developed the concept and we started to work on the project. And the ability to take the insight,
Mhm.
take the concept abstractly and present it abstractly is also a top quality as a C-level executive.
Mhm. Yes, it is. Yes.
Yes. So that's our word of abstractly. And I love abstract art. And I think many of times ability to talk about the abstract concept is a must have for you to become the leader in the digital transformation in the high tech industry.
Yes, yes. That's an industry that really does use that term abstract, because think, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, we didn't have computers used in our daily lives. And all of these things have changed. Our lives have changed because somebody took an idea and they blew it up. And how can we do this? How can we do that? We don't do hardly anything in business without using computers. From pumping gas to going to a restaurant to everything. Everything has computers involved. We didn't have that 50 years ago.
Yes, nowadays we use computer language to describe business logics
Yes.
abstractly. We program the business logics and also business workflows abstractly at the
Yeah.
very beginning. Um, Computer language are really abstract language that it was not even existing
No.
before this was invented by human.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is something that abstract ability to abstract and to present things abstractly, to think abstractly, to think logically are really great quality and characteristics a leader must have.
At one point in my life, I belonged to a women's organization. This is when I lived in Illinois, and we had a high school principal talking to us. And he said, most of the people in 10 years, most of the people in this room will be doing jobs that have not been invented yet.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? That was just when computers were on the cusp. The only one that used computers were big businesses that had a whole room full of computer equipment. Well, then we got into personal computers, and people had computers at the desk, and all of that hadn't been invented yet. It just hadn't been invented.
Yeah, now it's AR, AI, AR, all those concepts.
Yeah.
It was uh, abstract concept or only existing in the sci-fi movies or sci-fi.
Yeah, it was sci-fi.
Huh.
Abstractly, definition in a general way and not based on particular examples. And this is from the Cambridge Dictionary.
If you do like our video, subscribe and a thumbs up, and we'll release a couple of video each week. Talk to you soon.